Good evening, aspirants. Welcome to Daily News Analysis of Shankar IAS Academy. Today's date is 30th of May 2024. Displayed here are the articles that we are going to discuss today. So before we start, I have an important announcement to make. Attention aspirants, Shankar IAS Academy invites all UPSC aspirants to participate in our free All India mock test series. The first test was successfully conducted on 26th of May 2024. The remaining two tests are scheduled for 2nd June and 9th June of 2024. These tests will cover the entire UPSC syllabus, providing you with comprehensive practice. All the tests are free of cost. To register for the remaining two tests, please use the link provided in the comment section. First, we shall solve few previous year questions. Look at this 2018 prelims question. It is about folk traditions in India. To answer this question, factual knowledge of the arts and traditions prevailing in different states are important. So before coming to the answer, let us understand the different traditions mentioned in the question first. First one, Chapcharkut festival. See, Chapcharkut is a traditional festival celebrated in Mizoram. This is to mark the end of the Zoom cultivation cycle. It is a spring festival celebrated in the month of March every year. During this festival, people participate in traditional dances, songs and games, also enjoy local delicacies. Next one is Kongjom Parba Ballad. This is a traditional ballad of Manipur that narrates the story of the Anglo-Manipur War of 1891. It is a popular form of oral literature in Manipur and is performed by a group of artists accompanied by traditional musical instruments. The ballad is sung in a unique style that involves recitation, singing and acting. Next one is Tangta dance. See, Tangta dance is a traditional martial art dance of Sikkim. It originated in Manipur and was introduced to Sikkim by Lepcha tribe. The dance involves the use of swords, spears and other weapons, and it is performed by both men and women. So understanding all these, let us come back to the question. So here, Chapcharkut festival belongs to Mizoram. So first one is correct. Kongjom Parba ballad belong to Manipur. So the second is correct. Tangta dance belongs to Manipur. So the third statement is incorrect. Here they are asking which are all the following are correct. So the correct answer is option B, 1 and 2. Next question. With reference to the religious practices in India, the Stanakwasi sect belongs to which of these religion? Here the correct answer is option B, Jainism. Here we shall discuss some information about Stanakwasi sect and few other sects of Jainism. See, Stanakwasi is a sect of Svetambara Jainism created in the medieval era. The name Stanakwasi means performing religious duties in a secular place called Stanak, which is a meeting place of monks. They believe that idol worship is not necessary for soul purification and attaining nirvana or moksha. So according to Stanakwasi, Mahavira himself did not endorse idol worship, and they believe that such practices were adopted from other religions. So basically, they were against idolatry. Now we shall look at the broad sects of Jainism. There were two important sects of Jainism. One is Svetambara and another one is Digambara. See, Svetambara believes that monks and nuns should wear simple white clothing. They also accept the canonical scriptures called Agamas. Subsects of Svetambaras are Murti Pujaka, Stanakavasi and Therapanthi. Here, Murti Pujaka practices idol worship in temples, but Stanakavasi rejects idol worship and prefer performing religious duties in non-temple locations like monks' meeting houses. Also, Therapanthi are a reformist group within Svetambara sect that also rejects idol worship, and they wear Muhapatti near their mouth to cover it. Now coming to Digambara sect, Digambaras believe that true ascetics should not wear any clothing, symbolizing the renunciation of worldly possessions. They do not accept the Svetambara Agamas and follow their own sect of scriptures. Subsects of Digambara are Bisapanthi, Mulasang and Tarapantha. So as we discussed, the correct answer for this question is B, Jainism. With this, let us move on to the next news article. Look at this article. Kerala is expecting the southwest monsoon to start today. This is 2 days earlier than usual. Normally, the southwest monsoon begins in Kerala around June 1. The monsoon then moves northwards and covers all of India by around July 15. The Indian Meteorological Department IMD announced on Wednesday that the monsoon will reach Kerala within next 24 hours. So this is the news given here. In this context, let us understand about the southwest monsoon and northeast monsoon. First of all, know that the term monsoon refers to the seasonal reversal of wind direction during a year in between winter and the summer seasons. In India, there is a double system of seasonal winds which causes two different monsoon patterns. The two monsoon patterns are, firstly, the southwest monsoon. During the southwest monsoon, the wind blows from the southwest and it flows from sea to land during the summer. Then secondly, the northeast monsoon. During the northeast monsoon, the wind flows from the northeast and it flows from the land to sea during winter. Also remember that monsoons are experienced more in the Indian subcontinent compared to the other regions, and this is due to various factors. So we will see those factors one by one. Firstly, favorable geographical locations at the southern edge of the Asian continent. Secondly, the Tropic of Cancer passing through the Indian subcontinent. Thirdly, the vast Indian Ocean lies south of the Indian subcontinent. Fourthly, strong land-sea thermal contrast, especially during summer. Finally, the presence of Himalayan mountain barrier along the northern boundary of Indian subcontinent. See, these are the common factors that are contributing to the monsoons in the Indian subcontinent. Now, since the news is about southwest monsoon, let us see that in detail. See, the southwest monsoon season falls between June to September. During southwest monsoon, the wind flows from sea to land during the summer. This is due to differential heating of the land and sea. We know that during summer, northwest parts of India became very hot due to high temperatures. This is mainly due to the apparent shift of the sun in the northern hemisphere. Now, due to the higher temperature over the land in summer, a low pressure area develops over the lands. So the winds blows from the neighboring oceans towards the land. And since these winds are maritime origin and are blowing over warm water bodies before reaching land, they are moisture laden. This in turn causes ample rainfall in summer. This sudden onset of rain is called break of monsoons or the burst of monsoons. That is why southwest monsoon period is the chief rain season for whole India. Know that about 75% of the country's annual rainfall is realized during southwest monsoon. Here note that the arrival of these winds may be early or delayed depending upon the pressure conditions over the northern plains and over Indian subcontinent. So this is all about southwest monsoon. Moving on to see the northeast monsoon. See, the northeast monsoon usually occurs in India from October to December. It is characterized by the winds blowing from northeast, which is why it is called as northeast monsoon. The wind blows from the sea to the land in this type of monsoon. This is called as retreating monsoon. Now let us discuss the factors responsible for the formation of northeast monsoon. First, the formation and strengthening of high pressure system over Tibetan Plateau and Siberian Plateau during winter. Second, the westward migration and weakening of the high pressure system in southern Indian Ocean. Third, the migration of ITZZ, that is Intertropical Convergence Zone, to the south of India during winter. Here, ITZZ is a belt of low pressure which circles the earth near the equator. It is the zone where the trade winds of the northern and southern hemisphere merge. ITZZ follows the sun so that the position varies seasonally. It moves north in the northern summer and south in the northern winter. Now let us discuss the role of these factors in detail. During summer, sun's position is apparently over the Tropic of Cancer. This results in a low pressure and high temperature in Central Asia. At the same time, pressure over Indian Ocean is sufficiently high due to the differential heating of land and water. So wind flows from ocean to the landmass. This results in southwest monsoon. In winter, sun's apparent position is vertically over the Tropic of Capricorn. So the landmass develops high pressure while ocean develops low pressure. Thus, the flow of monsoon is reversed to form northeast monsoon. Now, which areas are affected by northeast monsoon? See, this northeast monsoon primarily affects the southern and eastern parts of India, including the states like Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, and also parts of Kerala and Odisha. It is especially significant for the coastal regions along the Bay of Bengal. Tamil Nadu's main rain season, that is 48% of its annual rainfall, is received during this northeast monsoon. So that's all about this article. With this, let us move on to the next news article. Look at this article. This science page article talks about findings on volcanic activity in Venus. Firstly, there was increased volcanic activity in Venus than previously known to us. Then there were evidence of eruptions found in 2 new locations on Venus. Now, what are the sources of this data? See, analysis of radar images from NASA's Magellan spacecraft that was launched during 1990 to 92 revealed eruptions at 2 additional sites on Venus. The radar images showed large lava flows at 2 locations in Venus' northern hemisphere. These findings suggest Venus' volcanic activity is similar to Earth. Advances in computing have made it easier to analyze Magellan's radar data. Now, what are those 2 specific locations? One site is Sif Mons. It is a 300 km wide volcano in Isla Reggio, with the lava flow covering up 30 square kilometers. The other site is a volcanic plain in Niobe Planitia, with the lava flow covering about 45 square kilometers. Both of these locations have shield volcanoes with broad, gentle slopes formed by low viscosity lava. Here, what is a shield volcano? Shield volcanoes have a wide, dome-like shapes that resembles a warrior's shield. Eruptions from shield volcanoes are usually non-explosive and produce large amounts of lava flows rather than violent explosions. These eruptions can last for extended periods, allowing the volcano to grow over a time. A previous 2023 study found volcanic activity at Mons in Atla Reggio. This new study provides direct proof of lava flows during the Magellan mission period. Studying volcanic activity helps understand a planet's internal heat and geological process, including thermal evolution, surface renewal, and atmospheric interactions. So that's all about this article. With this, let us move on to the next news article. Look at this article. This news article talks about AMRUT, that is Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation Scheme. It is a flagship urban development initiative launched in June 2015 under the NDA-1 government. Its 2.0 version was introduced on October 1, 2021. The author of the article given an overview of AMRUT scheme. So let's see them in this news article discussion. Know that the primary objective of AMRUT scheme are to enhance urban infrastructure and services, specifically focusing on water supply, sewerage, and greenery. Under water supply and sewage component, the scheme strives to enhance every household has access to tap with assured water supply and a sewerage connection. Then in the green space component, it envisions to increase urban green cover by developing parks and well-maintained open spaces. Then, as a part of pollution reduction component, the scheme envisions to reduce pollution by promoting public transport and non-motorized transport infrastructure. Know that the financial outlay for AMRUT 1.0 was 50,000 crore for 5 years, that is from 2015 to 2020. And AMRUT 2.0 was of 2,99,000 crores with the central outlay of 76,760 crores for 5 years. The mission achieved a lot. For example, it has provided 58,66,237 tap connections, 37,49,467 sewerage connections, and developed 2,411 parks and replaced 62,78,571 street lights with LED lights. Even though the scheme has achieved a lot, it has certain challenges and criticisms as follows. Firstly, the scheme is implemented through State Annual Action Plan, that is SAIAP. The SAIAP is approved once a year by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, in which states have equal partnership in planning and implementation of the projects. Once SAIAP is approved, states have to give project sanctions and approval at their end. Scheme implementation is monitored by an apex committee chaired by the secretary and comprising representatives of related ministries and organizations supervise the mission. This is an example of actualization of cooperative federalism. However, planning and implementation lacks organic participation from urban local bodies. This violates the spirit of 74th Constitutional Amendment, which aims to empower local bodies. Secondly, instead of a holistic strategy, AMRUT has a fragmented, project-centric approach. This often overlooks integrated urban planning. Thirdly, despite investments in piped water and sewerage connections, India continues to face severe challenges in water and sanitation. This is mainly due to inadequate water treatment and distribution system. Finally, the scheme does not adequately account for regional climate and rainfall patterns. This is resulting in inefficiencies like poorly designed sewage treatment plants. Now let's see some of the recommendations for improvement of these challenges. The first way forward is to adopt comprehensive urban development approach that integrates water management, sanitation, transportation, and green spaces. Secondly, we should ensure active involvement of local governments and communities in planning and implementation to align projects with local needs and conditions. Thirdly, more emphasis should be given on sustainable and nature-based solutions to urban infrastructure challenges. This will preserve natural water bodies and integrate green infrastructure. Finally, the role of local bodies and elected representatives in urban governance should be strengthened. This is to enhance the accountability and responsiveness to citizens' needs. So to sum it up, AMRUT's success hinges on shifting from a top-down, project-oriented framework to a more inclusive, integrated and sustainable urban development model. This shift will truly address the diverse needs of India's rapidly urbanizing population. That's all about this article. With this, let us move on to the next news article. Look at this article. It states that a open access in science is of prime importance to attain self-reliance. So let us understand this topic using our mains answer writing practice. First, let me read out the question for you. Discuss the challenges and opportunities for India in achieving self-reliance in scientific research and publishing. Evaluate the effectiveness of initiatives such as iSTEM and One Nation, One Subscription in addressing these challenges. See, this topic comes under GS paper 3 and it is a very direct question. We can start with the brief introduction, which should address India's stand on self-reliance. Then in the body part, write about the challenges and opportunities and also the effectiveness of initiatives like iSTEM and One Nation, One Subscription. So let's start answering. Our introduction can go like this. India aims to become self-reliant in scientific research and publishing, meaning it wants to conduct more of its own scientific studies and share the findings without heavy reliance on other countries. This goal presents challenges such as limited funding, access to high quality journals and brain drain, where talented researchers leave the country. Initiatives like iSTEM and One Nation, One Subscription are pivotal in addressing these challenges and tapping into these opportunities. So this can be your introduction. Now moving on to the body part. Firstly, we'll discuss the challenges in achieving self-reliance in scientific research. The first important challenge is funding constraints. India's gross domestic expenditure on research and development is about just 0.65% of its GDP, significantly lower than countries like USA, which spends 2.8%, and China, which spends 2.1%. Therefore, limited funding hampers the scope and scale of research projects, restricting innovation and scientific progress. Next one is infrastructure limitation. See, many Indian research institutions lack advanced laboratories and equipments necessary for high-end research. According to Global Innovation Index 2021, India ranks 46th, indicating the need for substantial improvement in the research infrastructure. Next one is brain drain. A significant number of Indian researchers migrate to countries with better research opportunities. For instance, nearly 85% of Indian students who pursued PhD in the US in 2014 were still residing there in 2019. This exodus results in a loss of talent that could have contributed to the nation's scientific development. Next one is access to scientific journals. See, high subscription costs for international journals limit access for Indian researchers. The average cost of accessing major scientific journals is prohibitive for many institutions and individuals. Now, what are the opportunities? First one is talent pool. India produces a large number of STEM graduates annually, with approximately 2.6 million students graduating in STEM fields every year. This burgeoning talent pool is critical asset for fostering scientific research and innovation. Next one is government initiatives. See, programs like Atal Innovation Mission, national initiatives for developing and harnessing innovations, that is NIDI, and Startup India initiatives, they encourage innovation and support research-driven enterprises. Increased funding, establishment of new research institutions under various government schemes aim to boost the research ecosystems. Next one is digital revolution. Advances in digital technology provides opportunities to enhance research capabilities. Platforms for online collaboration and access to digital tools can mitigate some infrastructure limitations. Initiatives like Digital India are facilitating the development of digital infrastructure which can support scientific research. Next one is international collaboration. See, collaborations with foreign institutions offer access to advanced infrastructure, expertise and funding. Programs like the Indo-US Science and Technology Forum promotes bilateral scientific collaboration and knowledge exchange. So these are all some of the opportunities. With these points, now we will address the effectiveness attractiveness of the initiatives mentioned. First one is ISTEM, which stands for Indian Science, Technology and Engineering Facilities Map. See, this initiative provides a comprehensive database of research facilities across India, allowing researchers to access advanced infrastructure without duplication of efforts. For instance, the platform lists over 20,000 research facilities. Next one is collaboration. By fostering collaboration among researchers from different institutions, ISTEM promotes multidisciplinary research and innovation. The platform facilitates over 1,000 collaborations annually, significantly enhancing research productivity and quality. Third one is efficiency. See, efficient utilization of resources through ISTEM results in higher research output and better use of public funds. It aids smaller institutions in accessing high-end equipment, thus democratizing research opportunities. The next initiative is One Nation, One Subscription. This aims to provide nationwide access to various array of scientific journals by negotiating countrywide subscriptions. This initiative could potentially benefit over 1.3 billion researchers and academics across India. Next one is cost efficiency. See, this initiative is expected to reduce the overall cost of journal subscriptions, making it more economical for the country. Bulk negotiations can lead to significant savings, which can be redirected towards other research needs. Also, easier access to high quality journals can motivate more researchers to publish their work in reputed journals. This enhances the visibility and impact of Indian research globally. The initiative is projected to increase the number of publications from the Indian researchers by 20 to 30%. So this can be our body part of the answer. Now let's conclude our answer as follows. India's quest for self-reliance in scientific research faces challenges like funding issues, infrastructure gaps, brain drain, and limited access to journals. However, initiatives like ISTEM and ONOS, along with India's talent pool and digital progress, they offer significant opportunities. So continued investment and strategic implementation are vital for achieving self-reliance in scientific research. So that's all about the mains answer writing practice. So with this, we'll see a few other articles which were in news. Look at the first one. This article states that the richest political candidates in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections come from Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. See, the regional parties like TDP, BRS and JSP have fielded candidates with the highest average assets, with TDP's Chandrasekhar Pemasani being the wealthiest at 5,706 crore rupees. The average assets of candidates in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana are the highest in India, with Andhra Pradesh at 21 crore and Telangana at 14 crore. Next article. Cyclone Remal has caused severe damage across 4 northeastern states in India, rising the death toll to 38. Heavy rain and winds led to the landslides and flooding, particularly affecting Aizawal in Mizoram, where 29 people died, many from a collapsed stone quarry. Rescue efforts are going on, but are hindered by continuous rain. Thousands, especially in Imphal Valley, have been affected by the floods, although no deaths have been reported from Manipur. Next article. Despite resignation of Prime Minister Ariel Henry and the formation of new governing council in Haiti, gang violence and political instability continues. The council, which is supposed to restore order and prepare for elections, faces internal division and corruption concerns. Moreover, the deployment of UN-backed Kenyan police force raises human rights concerns, while essential services and food security in the country remain critically strained. So with this, let us move on to the prelims practice question discussion. Look at the first question. This spacecraft mapped 98% of Venus surface using synthetic aperture radar, revealing detailed surface features and volcanic activity. It was operated during 1990s by NASA, and it is also known as Venus Radar Mapper. Which of the following spacecraft is described above? Here the correct answer is option D, Magellan. All other 3 missions were sent to Jupiter and beyond. Only Magellan was sent towards Venus. Next question. Which of the following factors are responsible for monsoons in India? First one is presence of Himalayan mountains. Yes, correct. Tropic of Cancer passing through India. Correct. Strong land sea thermal contrast during summer. This statement is also correct. The presence of vast Indian Ocean. So all the statements are correct. So the answer is option D, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So with this, we come to the end of this news article discussion. If you like the video, do like, share and subscribe to Shankar IAS Academy. Now thank you so much for watching.